mind. Today we're going to be looking at the differences between your brain and your mind. Your brain is something physical, something you can touch, you can cut in half. It's full of neurons, it's full of like rubbery, spongy stuff, but your mind you can't touch. It's something that's invisible, it's intangible, but it's really, really powerful. So I've got Samadhi and Portia here with me this afternoon, and we're going to be discussing the differences between our brain and our mind and how important it is for our brain to be thinking right thoughts. Is that okay, girls?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So girls, in our mind is actually taking in memories of everything that's ever happened to you. They come from your five senses. So what are your five senses that you're aware of?
Smell,
Yep.
sight, hear,
Sight,
touch,
hearing,
touch, taste.
taste. Okay. And every time you have something happening to you, right from when you're a baby, you remember everything in your brain. Your brain takes it in, but your mind is your memory, and that is storing things away, and you've got things stored away in your mind right now. So our five senses create a memory in our brain. And so from your experiences, girls, what's a memory that you might have from taste?
Tasting chocolate biscuit.
Chocolate?
The taste of the amazing cookie I had.
Okay, and so that brings an emotion, a feeling in your life. So you go, I don't like that, or no, that's really lovely.
Oh, yeah.
So what about seeing? Is there a memory that you can have with
saw
seeing?
the amazing chocolate cookie I had from. I saw a tree.
You saw a tree, and did it make you feel something?
Yeah.
Speak up.
Hungry. Yeah, because it was falling down to make me feel really scared.
Sometimes
it made me feel hungry.
some things that we see bring about memories of fear or anxiety, but they can also bring about feelings of love and joy. So what about sight? Did I do sight? Yeah. Did I do hearing? What's another memory of smell? Do you remember smelling something?
I could smell that amazing cookie.
Oh,
Okay.
Can you remember Mum cooking a really nice meal and you go, oh yum, that
Or
smells
a really
yummy?
gross one is good.
Don't want to eat that one again. That's so
Yeah,
true too. So oftentimes all of the things that we have in our sight, in our taste, all of those things bring out a memory that stays in our brain and comes back all of the time. So everything that you've had happening in your life will come back as a memory. So our brain stores it all, and our mind then brings out the feelings and the memories. So we live from our past experiences. But girls, our body, also our brain, actually works our body. Okay? So without you having to think about it, what does your brain actually do in your body?
Pumps my heart.
Pumps your heart?
Pumps my
Blood?
blood.
Yeah. What about, do you have to remember how to breathe?
No.
No. What about blinking your eyes?
No.
What about your kidneys having to tell you that you've got to go to the toilet and makes all of that water go through? No. It happens without us even having to think about it. So our brain does a lot of those things, but our mind is actually responsible for our thoughts and our feelings and our actions. So God says that as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So it's really important that your mind thinks good thoughts, because if you think bad thoughts, they're toxic thoughts. They're things that are actually going to wreck your life with regards to your future. Okay. We have in our brain neurons that actually knock out like big electrical impulses. Have you seen lightning coming out of the sky?
Yeah.
Do you know that you've got lightning kind of stuff that happens in your brain every time you think? Every time you've got a feeling, it just goes tick, 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 all through your brain. You've got these electronic neurons that are actually zooming around in your brain. Now, when you are thinking a positive thought, you're actually feeling happy, you're feeling joyful, you're feeling love, you're feeling all of those positive things. What's happening is your neurons are just having a party time. They're just going like, woohoo, this is amazing. But when you're having a negative thought, what's a negative thought? Give me an example of a negative thought.
I hate myself.
I need to say that out loud.
I hate
I
myself.
hate myself. What
I
else?
suck at math.
I suck at maths. What's something else? I can't walk.
I could.
Do you know what happens to your brain when you start to think toxic thoughts like that?
Yes,
Your
sir.
brain shuts down and all of those electric neurons, they start to go inward. And you're actually doing damage to your brain every time you're thinking a negative thought. And kids, it's scientifically proven that your thoughts can actually create the basis to make you sick. So many of the diseases that we have in our lives actually come from thinking the wrong kinds of thoughts. So we've got to start thinking right thoughts, and we can rewire our brain in order to do that. So we need to be able to choose the kind of thoughts that we want to think. So give me the opposite. Give me a positive and a negative. So positive thought.
I'm happy.
No, stop. Positive thought.
I'm joyful.
I'm joyful. Negative thought, opposite to that.
I'm
Bigger. You're sad. Okay. So guess what happens? Look at your face when it goes down. Give me another positive thought.
I'm happy.
Happy? Did you just say that?
Yeah.
Yeah? You want to say it again? Another one? I'm powerful, I'm great, I'm good. Every time you say that, you're actually creating this amazing thing that's happening in your brain. And every time, what's another negative thing that you could be saying?
The cookies have gone off.
Something's
I
falling
can't
off.
eat cookies.
I can't. So
That's
what?
so tragic.
So what's happening is that your brain starts to shut down and not think and not create the way that it was intended to. So God's given you a brain, but He's also given you a mind that can create, a mind that can love, a mind that can imagine, a mind that can learn, a mind that can dream. And every time you do those things, you are actually acting like God acts. That's just who He is. He wants you to live the most positive, joy-filled, thankful day, all day, every day. So, girls, every time you start to think a negative thought, what could be one negative thought? I don't like maths. I can't do homework.
I can't eat cookies.
Okay, I want you to go, stop.
I can eat cookies.
Stop. I'm not
can
going to think that way. You can change your brain. The thoughts that you think can actually change your brain. In fact, the Bible says, I set before you life and death. And God says, choose life. And that means choose powerful thoughts. You've been designed by God to be like Him. You've got a mind, you've got emotions, you've got thoughts, and He wants you to think His way, His thoughts, to love and not fear, to be joyful and not sad. That's exactly right. You're made in God's image. You have been fearfully and wonderfully made. Absolutely. You've got a brain, a mind, no toxic thoughts.
No
toxic thoughts. No toxic thoughts. Ever. And we're going to say goodbye.
We are part of the team here to change the world.
Are you joining the team? Do you want to change the world? Change the way you think. See you next time.